It's time for some high school football. Welcome to week 6 of the high school football season. We have some great highlights on tap for you guys, but we're going to get this party started with our Pape Machinery Game of the Week. This was actually a game you guys voted for, and you couldn't have picked a better one. Our very own Matt George was at Wood Creek High School all Friday night long for this game. Matt, take it away.
Welcome to Wood Creek High School, my old stomping grounds. It's fitting that I'm here because it is homecoming tonight, but I didn't choose this game. You, the voters, did. This Pape Machinery Game of the Week is a good one. The Wood Creek Timberwolves hosting the Incarnate Tigers. Sure, I'm a little biased, but nobody does homecoming like Wood Creek. From their world-class band to the hot rods that the royalty rides in on. And if the lowriders weren't enough to satisfy our motorheads out there, how about the motorcycle escort onto the field, led by my old teacher, Mr. Jew, in the middle? Talk about an entrance. The 4-0 Timberwolves always welcome a challenge, so they took on one of the biggest in the section, an Incarnate Tiger team on a 4-game win streak where they've outscored their opponents a combined 225-28 over that stretch, which included 3 shutouts. All right, let's get to the game. Or should I call it a war? Wood Creek with the ball first, and the Intercom defense picks up right where it left off, recovering the fumble on the bobbled toss. So the Tigers take over possession in dangerous territory, and they know how to use it. Quarterback Ricky Cole fakes out the defense and the camera with this slippery fake handoff. Then he cruises into the end zone for the game's first touchdown. Wood Creek's turn to answer, and the Timberwolves are known for their run game. Here's why. Dylan Peralt takes the toss from Austin Kadapadis and charges up the sideline for a huge gain. That set up a Wood Creek touchdown, followed by a converted 2-point conversion, so we'd head into halftime with the Timberwolves leading 8-7. Every year, people make a big deal about the Super Bowl halftime show. Well, may I present to you the Wood Creek Homecoming halftime show, featuring the dance team, class floats. This year's theme was seasons, with the freshmen repping spring, the sophomores summer, the juniors fall, and the seniors winter, capped off by a fireworks show. The ceremonies were so captivating, it even kept my 2-year-old son Arthur in his seat. Speaking of fireworks, the second half had plenty. The Tigers with the ball first, marching down the field. Cole hits Lono Chanteau with a bullet pass to give Intercom the lead back. They'd follow that up with another quick score, and suddenly the Timberwolves found themselves on the wrong end of a 20-8 scoreline. But Wood Creek doesn't quit. Running back James Williams gets his legs going to put the Timberwolves in the red zone, and with the ball on the 1, they punch it in to bring the Tigers' lead down to 5. But now they need to stop. Intercom working their way down the field again, trying to run out the clock, but they fumble the football. Wood Creek recovers and has a chance to win the game. Just over a minute remaining, the Timberwolves need a touchdown. 4th down and long. Kadapadis drops back, has a man down the middle of the field, and look at Chanteau make the incredible full extension deflection to put this game on ice. The Tigers outlast the Timberwolves 20-15, the final score, and you just know Intercom head coach Reggie Harris was feeling good after this one.
We're just playing together, and that's the whole thing. This whole team believes in one another, and they're just improving themselves, and when you got that type of chemistry, man, you win.
Thank you, Matt. And can I just say the cutest part of that story you just gave us there was seeing your 2-year-old son Artie in there. How adorable is he? All right. Well, whenever the Folsom Bulldogs and De La Salle Spartans face off, it is must-see TV. These two perennial playoff teams have taken turns dominating NorCal football over the last couple of decades. And between both of these schools, their history in the postseason runs longer than a CVS receipt. Let's get you out to Folsom High School, where it was a rock star-like atmosphere. Keep in mind, this is the first home game of the season for Folsom. You could feel the electricity all throughout the stadium. Now, the last time these two teams played, De La Salle ended Folsom's season in the playoffs. So this time around, the Bulldogs looking for some payback. We'll pick this up in the first quarter. De La Salle ball. Derek Blanche takes the handoff, but Mason Kelly says, "Not in my house, playa." Blanche is swarmed by a pack of Bulldogs. Now, we had no score in the first quarter. To the second quarter, Spartans in the red zone. It's Blanche again. This time he dances in for the first touchdown of the game. De La Salle takes an early 7-0 lead. Now, late in the second quarter, just seconds left in the half, Folsom trying to make something happen. Ryder Lyons is going to hit Brian Ray III across the middle, and Brian turns into beast mode after he catches the ball. Look at him. Get off me. He breaks a few tackles before being taken down, and that's how the first half would end. All right, to the third quarter. De La Salle was using the ground game to try to tire down the Folsom defense. This was Jaden Jefferson taking off for a big gain. That drive would lead to a touchdown for the Spartans, so it's now 14-0 De La Salle. But here come the Bulldogs. Folsom in the red zone, and Ryder throws a dart to Abram Woodson, and the Bulldogs are on the board. Hey, 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 hey. And we got ourselves a game, y'all. Now, late in the fourth quarter, Folsom trying to come back. Ryder here is going deep, but there's a hater in the house. Treshawn Wright gets in there to get the interception, and that pretty much sucked the energy out of the stadium. De La Salle will go on to run out the clock, winning this one 14-7. But Ryder Lions and the Bulldogs have no reason to hang their heads low. They played one heck of a game, and who knows? These two teams may meet up again in the NorCal Championship this year. Next, we're heading to Roseville, where we had a battle of the Panthers. The West Park Panthers hosting the undefeated Chico Panthers. We'll pick this up in the third quarter. West Park ball, Jaden Jackson going deep. And like a good neighbor, Ryan Sassone is there for the touchdown. All right, now let's head on over to the fourth quarter. Chico would clap back. Azari Cruz rolls out. He hits Gabriel Rodriguez in stride. And watch the big boy reach Pater for the touchdown. Chico up 20-12 at this point. But here comes West Park. Don't call it a comeback. Jaden Jackson throws it to Mason Johnson. And watch Johnson keep his balance and run this in for the touchdown. Oh, he must do yoga. And now West Park makes it a one-possession game. And now, with minutes left in regulation, West Park in the red zone, and Calvin Johnson, take a bow, young man. He has more bounce to the ounce as he gets in for what would be the winning touchdown. And the comeback is complete. West Park serves Chico their first loss of the season, defeating them 26-20. Well, how about those Raging Rhinos? Just 1 year after 12 Bridges played in their inaugural season, the Rhinos are off to a 5-0 start this year. And they're not just beating their opponents. My goodness, they are straight up destroying them. To Lincoln we go. It was homecoming at 12 Bridges High School, so you know the Raging Rhinos were looking to take care of business. They're hosting Bear Valley out of Grass Valley. We'll pick this one up in the first quarter. Nathan Crawford takes the handoff, and just like people running to get pumpkin spice lattes this time of year, Crawford running this all the way to the house for the touchdown. And Crawford was just warming up. Later in the quarter, Crawford takes the handoff, and this guy just lives in the end zone. He lives there so much, he might as well just buy some real estate in there. 12 Bridges takes an early 15-0 lead. And the thing about good teams, they don't just get it done on offense and defense, they get it done on special teams as well. Here on the kickoff, the Raging Rhinos force the fumble and then recover it. Now later in the quarter, 12 Bridges in the red zone. That right there is Whit Cruz, and Cruz drops dimes. Here he hits Jacob Baxley for the touchdown. Raging Rhinos were up 23-0 at the end of the first quarter. Whew, have mercy on them. They go on to defeat Bear River 42-7. The Raging Rhinos move to 6-0 on the season. Someone put some respect on 12 Bridges. Now, if you want your team to be featured as our ABC 10 Game of the Week, here's what you gotta do. Head on over to abc10.com to cast your vote. Now, next week's nominees are Oak Ridge at Folsom, Whitney at Rockland, Del Oro at Granite Bay, Elk Grove at Davis, and Galt at Rosemont. We got some good ones there. Now, voting ends on Monday at 12 noon. So tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your mom. All right, guys. Well, that's all that I have for you.